I'm joined now by Ted Ladd, Director of Developer Relations at WIMM Labs. Ted, thank you very much for being with us.
Good morning.
What is a micro experience?
A couple of different things, but you experience them all the time. So for example, you're driving down the highway and you see the sign telling you that you have to get off the next exit. Very quick, subtle, relevant information that pertains to you. You see it in the dash of your car. The fuel gauge is a micro experience. Subtle, fast, immediate, relevant. The look that my wife gives me when I reach for that third cupcake, that's a micro experience. Very quick, subtle, and relevant.
Sure, very relevant.
So what we've done is taken the concept of a micro experience and put it into technology.
Now, do micro experiences converge around smartphones, or are we talking about, sounds like they happen everywhere.
They happen everywhere, and a smartphone, when they first started, were boiled down, distilled information, and now we all know that it's taken off, and for many people it's their only computer. We've created a device that is smaller than a smartphone and that therefore is wearable. So WIMM Labs creates wearable computing platforms.
So you have one right here. Can we take a quick look at that if we can?
How's that for the other
switch
shot?
Over here to the second camera? There we go.
So this is
what is this?
This is a wearable computer. And what you're seeing right now is actually a reflective screen, but let me see if I can do it upside down. It spins up into a full ARM11 applications processor that is running native Android. So this is now wearable computing with full Android applications that developers can create just as quickly as they can create an application for a smartphone. The key here, though, to go bring us back to micro experiences, is that even if technically you can put the kitchen sink in a WIMM micro application, you don't want to. You want to think more about what a micro experience would deliver to the user. While we're on the device, let me quickly go back and show you that we're not a smartwatch company. This device comes out of the band. This is the module by itself. There are pins on the back so people can create accessories if they want to. We're still running the same Android service, but this is now a module that you can put anywhere you want.
Right.
You can put it in different watch straps if you want to. You can put it on a pendant, a belt clip, or you can start building this into your own products. We have some people, for example, who want to use this as the brains for a wheelchair or for a smart stethoscope, where not only could you collect the patient information, but because we have Wi-Fi and Bluetooth already in here, you can then connect that data back up to the electronic medical record in the cloud.
And so that's the form factor, though. That's it right there.
Yeah, this is.
Wow.
You're looking at it, and we've launched. We've already announced the device, and in a handful of weeks, we'll be shipping these units in developer previews, so that developers can start to experiment with our SDK and our HDK, so they can create the apps and the accessories that they'd like.
Right. So broadening this out a little bit, what role do you think Android will be playing in wearable tech? I mean, obviously it's already playing an important role.
So there are a couple different ways to play that. The first answer is an enormous role because it's an operating system that people can adapt to the form factors that they need.
Yeah.
You can't duct tape a smartphone to your wrist. And in fact, every now and then you see people trying to do it. And while it may work once or twice, getting the duct tape off is a mess.
That's true.
So therefore, because Android is adaptable, it can be moved into wearable technology easily. But also because Android already has this enormous following among developers, people can easily grasp the technological requirements for creating applications for wearable computing. This is now, in my opinion, the most powerful platform in the world for technology. And even if other platforms like Apple come out with wearable technologies, they're still closed operating systems that are tougher to adapt.
Yeah, when I first saw that, it reminded me of what the new Nano Watch did.
Yeah, a Nano on your wrist is what people first think of until you realize a couple of different differences. The first is that we're always on. Right? A Nano on your wrist, you actually have to press a button to do anything.
Yeah.
We're always on, and we're always showing the time or whatever else the developer wants to show.
Yeah.
But we also have Wi-Fi and Bluetooth and accelerometers and magnetometers and a GPS already built in here. So take the Nano Watch, expand it beyond what you ever thought was possible, and that's what we've created at WIMM Labs.
Interesting. So last question for you. What obstacles do you feel wearable tech is going to run into? Is it consumer adoption? Is it interoperability? Is it something else?
There are also some interesting answers to that. The first response that people typically give when they see a device like this, especially when it's strapped to my wrist, is, wait a minute, I don't wear a watch anymore, so why bother?
Sure, right.
And my response to that is, you don't wear a watch because the dumb watches, no offense intended, that people are wearing right now don't do anything other than tell the time. So people instead are saying, why wouldn't I just pull out my smartphone? It's already there. We're packing so much more functionality and micro experiences into the device that we think people will re-gravitate towards the watch. And it's not going to be the fifth screen, right? You have your big TV, you have your laptop, you have your tablet, you have your smartphone,
right.
And then this would be the fifth screen. This is actually the first screen. It's the first screen you look at every morning. It's the screen you're going to wear all the time. And historically speaking, this was the first screen that human beings ever started to carry around with them.
Right. Well, thanks so much for being with us. Really appreciate it.
My pleasure.